The stage is set for Cedar Crest and Middletown. Who will think fastest and score big? Find out now on WGAL8 Brainbusters.
From Studio B, this is WGAL8 Brainbusters, celebrating 25 years. Now, here's your host, Rich Rosen.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to our show. You are about to witness a very exciting half hour of challenging questions and answers. Get ready to match your skills against some very bright high school students. The 25th season of Brainbusters is heating up. Today's contest features two very strong teams historically, Cedar Crest and Middletown, two teams that are ready to battle it out for a spot in the next round. Who will it be? Well, we're all eager to begin, but first, let's take a moment to meet our two teams. So first, it's a pleasure to welcome the Cedar Crest High School Brainbusters team, coached by Mr. Shane Thomas. He's a mathematics teacher, gifted facilitator, mathematics curriculum leader, grades 9 through 12, and a devoted quiz bowl coach at Cedar Crest. Thank you for bringing such a strong team. Next, we have our first player, Chris. He is a junior. Welcome. He's been here before. We have an alternate, Cal. This is his first time. He's a sophomore. Then we have Nathan. He's been here before. He is the team's captain, and he is a senior. Next in line, we have Dan, first time here, and he is if I can recall, he is a junior. And finally, we have Matthew. Matthew is a sophomore. Welcome to the Cedar Crest High School Brainbusters team. And now it's a pleasure to introduce the team from Middletown High School. First, we have Nora, first-time player. She is a sophomore. We have Jack. He is a sophomore and alternate, also a first time here. We have our veteran, Iyasu. He is a senior and he is the captain. Next in line, we have Mrs. Jody Wenrick, also a very devoted quiz bowl coach. She teaches biology. And we have Derek, a junior, first time here. We welcome you. And next in line is Mr. Trevor Davis, the gifted support teacher, also a devoted quiz bowl coach. And we thank you for bringing such a great team. And we welcome the Middletown area high school Brainbusters team. Okay, the players are ready. The challenge awaits. The opening round begins now. 10-point questions. Pick up your signaling buttons and use them frequently, beginning now. Blending Latin rap, reggae, and pop, this Grammy-winning artist from Puerto Rico will take center stage at the 2026 Super Bowl. Chris?
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny is going to be playing at the halftime show, and that gets 10 points on the board. Despite the breakup of the Soviet Union, Russia is still the world's largest country. What's the second largest? Iyasu. Canada, and that gets Middletown on the board for 10 points. First held in 1903, this multi-stage cycling race through the French countryside is considered Iyasu.
Tour de France.
The Tour de France is considered the most professional cycling event ever. Peter Handke, Günter Grass, Hermann Hesse. If you wanted to read these 20th century writers in their native language, what language would you need to know, Nathan?
German.
You would need to know German for 10 points. Yes, in England, it was a district like a county. In J.R.R. Tolkien's Stories of Middle-earth, it's where hobbits live. What is this five-letter word, Derek?
Shire.
Shire is correct answer. In 1955, Martin Luther King Jr. began the bus boycott that began the modern civil rights movement. In what Alabama city? And that's Nathan. Matthew.
Montgomery.
Montgomery, Alabama. Good for you. Unexplained movements in the orbit of Uranus led to the 1846 discovery of this planet. The next one out, Nathan.
Neptune.
Neptune is the next planet, yes. To a chemist, this process separates a substance from a solution as a solid. To a meteorologist, it's the stuff that falls out of the sky. Iyasu.
Precipitation.
Precipitation is correct. Since she was introduced in 1959, more than 100 million yards of fabric have been used to make just her clothes. Who is this overdressed doll? Nora.
Barbie.
Barbie is correct for 10 points. And now, here's today's audio question. Please buzz in when I ask, who's speaking?
I put myself in where you were. It must have been so nerve-wracking to do that.
Who's speaking? Nathan.
Simon Cowell.
He's the one on America's Got Talent. Good for you for 10 points. Andrew Johnson, Howard Baker, and Albert Gore Jr. have all been senators from this state. What state is it? We stumped you on Tennessee. If you call someone an introvert or an extrovert, you're using terms coined by this Swiss psychologist and student of Freud. Who was he? Nathan? Jung. Carl Jung is the correct answer. Mark Twain took his pen name from the phrase, by the Mark Twain. Twain means two. What 6-foot unit of measurement was being marked? And that was fathoms, is the correct response. Their real success began with productions of HMS Pinafore and the Pirates of Penzance. Who were these musical partners? Oh, we don't have any musical aficionados here. You would know Gilbert and Sullivan. It's a mild red pepper used for stuffing green olives. What is it? Oh, we stumped you on a pimento. Home on the Range is the state song. In what state do the deer and the antelope play? Nathan?
Montana.
Not Montana, no. Good guess, though. Any idea? Yasu?
Idaho.
Kansas is the correct answer. In the year 378, a stranger named Fire is born, arrived in Huaca in present-day Guatemala. What great empire dates from his appearance, Yasu?
Maya.
The Mayan civilization. Good for you. Marcel Duchamp named them. Alexander Calder made them. What are these hanging sculptures that move with currents of air?
Wind chimes.
Derek.
Wind chimes.
No, wind chimes, no. I'm sorry. Excuse me. We stumped you on mobiles. They're called mobiles. It used to be called Menlo Park, but now it's named for the man who set up his research laboratory there in 1876. What is this New Jersey township? Matthew?
Dover.
No, sorry, incorrect. The correct answer is Edison, New Jersey, and that sound takes us to the end of the round. What a great start. We're going to take a break, and then when we return, we're going to jump into the one-on-one rapid fire and 60-second Team Lightning round. So stay where you are, because you're watching WGAL8 Brainbusters, and we'll be back following this break.
WGAL8 Brainbusters will return after this. Participants on WGAL8 Brainbusters each receive this mini notebook and stylus pen, and the top 4 winning teams will share grants totaling $10,000. So good luck, teams. Now back to your host, Rich Rosen.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back. We promised a great game, and our teams are delivering 60-60. But now the spotlight shifts to individual matchups, because here comes today's one-on-one rapid fire, where our students from each team go head-to-head. So first, let's take a moment to meet our first competitors. Chris, welcome back. It's nice to see you again. The question that we have in this round of play is, what do you hope to accomplish in the next 5 years?
I hope to finish up college, majoring in nursing.
Fantastic. Oh, good for you. We love hearing that people are going into the medical field. Good for you. You are focused, and I know you'll do really well. Nora, what about you? What do you hope to accomplish in the next 5 years?
I hope to go to college, and I hope to travel outside the country at least once before the 5 years is up.
Well, any particular country that you are envisioning to visit?
Ireland seems very nice.
All right, fantastic. Well, I wish you luck in those opportunities and the goal to get out of the country one time and travel the world. Nora and Chris, let's put you two one-on-one. Small town life is a popular literary subject. In what Nathaniel Hawthorne novel does Hester Prynne have difficulty adjusting to life in a small, drab town? Back to American literature, and you're going to remember the Scarlet Letter. Keir Starmer is the current Prime Minister of England. Who served as Prime Minister from 1979 to 1990, the longest term in 20th century? Nora.
Margaret Thatcher.
She's the one for 10 points. And finally, Marine Singh of the Halls of Montezuma and the shores of Tripoli. The Halls of Montezuma are located in what modern country? Nora again.
Italy.
Not Italy. No, sorry. Chris, any idea? Chris.
Mexico.
Mexico City, in fact, is the correct answer. Okay, we have a tie score once again, I believe, yes, 70-70. Let's meet our two captains. First, Nathan, senior, welcome back. It's nice to have you here. What about you? This is a big question for you coming up, I know. What do you hope to accomplish in the next 5 years?
Yeah, I hope to go to college for medicine, and then after that, go to med school and hopefully become a doctor.
I love it. I love hearing that. Again, another person heading into the healthcare field. We really appreciate that. Iyasu, captain and also a senior from Middletown. What about you?
I hope to be in college finishing up a 4-year degree in mechanical engineering.
Mechanical engineering, good for you. I hope it works out to your favor. I'm sure it will. You're both very focused, but stay focused right now because I have 3 questions for you as we put you two one-on-one. Nathan and Iyasu. Here is a question about presidential trivia. At 6'4" Abraham Lincoln was our tallest president, but at 5'4" he was the shortest. Iyasu.
James Madison.
James Madison is the correct answer for 10 points. Here is a question about our neighbors, the other planets. Not all of the planets in our solar system have moons. Which two don't have any natural? Iyasu.
Mercury and Venus.
Mercury and Venus do not have any natural satellites. And finally, let's see what you know about business terms. It's a legal entity having its own rights, privileges, and liabilities. Nathan.
Corporation.
It is indeed a corporation separate from its members. Good for you. 80-90. Great game going. Let's meet our final 2 players in today's competition. First, Matthew. First time here from Cedar Crest. Welcome. It's great to have you here. What do you hope to accomplish in the next 5 years?
I plan to go to college for engineering and travel around quite a bit.
Any particular place that you envision?
I love Europe just overall. So.
Just, no question, and just to get there and just to travel and experience different foods and different languages. Derek, a junior, what about you? What do you hope to accomplish in the next 5 years?
I hope to graduate from college with a double major in marine engineering and marine biology.
It sounds like you have a plan. I love the ambition. Good for you. All right, Derek and Matthew, we're going to put you two one-on-one. Apollo 11 flew to the moon in July 1969, and Neil Armstrong took the first giant leap for mankind. Who was the second man on the moon? Matthew.
Buzz Aldrin.
You are correct for 10 points. When it was completed in 1889, the Eiffel Tower became the tallest structure in the world, surpassing this U.S. landmark. What was it, Matthew? Again?
Empire State Building?
No, not the Empire State Building. Sorry. Derek, do you have any idea? Derek.
The Washington Monument.
Good for you. It might have been a guess, but it worked in your favor. And finally, Independence Day 1863 fell one day after the end of this battle, which had been called the turning point of the Civil War. What was this battle, Matthew?
Gettysburg.
It was Gettysburg, of course, for another 10 points. Okay, 100-100, still a tie score. Well, let's pick up the pace now and play today's 60-second team lightning round. Okay, so Nathan, your team answered the last question correctly, so you are entitled to select first among these 3 quizzes. We have Alphabet Soup, the Ozone, and Lit Critters.
We'll take ozone.
The ozone?
Yes.
The ozone. Okay. Each answer in this quiz contains only one vowel, the letter O. So for 10 points each, identify these people, places, and things from the ozone. Nathan, I take your answer as the team's answer. Chris and Matthew are ready to help you along. We're going to put 60 seconds on the clock, which will begin after I finish reading the first question. So good luck to all 3 of you, and here we go. He's the lead singer for U2.
Pass.
Bono. Where a caterpillar becomes a butterfly.
Cocoon.
Cocoon is correct. To wrap a table surreptitiously.
Pass.
Knock on wood. This is the religious text of the Church of Latter-day Saints.
Book of Mormon.
Correct. A song from the musical Annie, or A Day That Never Comes.
Once.
Tomorrow. Rabat is the capital city of this North African country.
Morocco.
Morocco is correct. Container for hammer, wrenches, and screwdrivers.
Toolbox.
Toolbox is correct. Eyes tinged red with fatigue.
Pass.
They're bloodshot. It's a Frankfurter.
Hot dog.
Hot dog is correct. This is the capital of Sri Lanka.
Pass.
Colombo. The Red Cross needs one to give a pint.
Blood.
Blood is correct. She married John Lennon in 1969.
Yoko Ono.
That is correct. Elaborately ornamental Baroque style.
Ornamental.
Rococo. It's what happened when a dam broke in Pennsylvania in 1889.
Flood.
The flood is correct. A book of the Old Testament. And then we're going for Song of Solomon. Well, some excellent teamwork was demonstrated. We had a total of 7 correct. So 70 points came your way. Is this a break for you, Iaso? Well, we're going to find out shortly with the 2 remaining quizzes. We have Lit, Critters, and Alphabet Soup.
We'll take alphabet soup.
Alphabet Soup. We live in a world full of abbreviations like FBI, NBC, and DNA, for example. So for 10 points each, what do each of the following 3-letter abbreviations stand for? Iasu, I take your answer as the team's answer. Nora and Derek are ready to help you along. 60 seconds on the clock, which will begin after I finish reading the first question. So good luck to all 3 of you, and here we go. For covert operations, we call the CIA.
Central Intelligence Agency.
Correct. To a baseball fan, it's a pitcher's ERA.
Pass.
Earned run average. On a memo, FYI.
For your information.
That is correct. The head of the corporation, the CEO.
Chief Executive Officer.
Correct. On a police report, DUI.
Driving under influence.
That is correct. In American history, the CSA.
Confederate States of America.
That is correct. In a president's cabinet, HUD.
Pass.
Housing and urban development. When working with fractions, the LCD.
Lowest common denominator.
That is correct. In a computer, the CPU.
Computer processing unit.
Central processing unit. If you have grades or plans for college, you might worry about your GPA.
Grade point average.
That is correct. The medical facility in Atlanta, the CDC. Centers
Pass.
for Disease Control. This controversial body enforces the international trade agreements, the WTO.
Pass.
World Trade Organization. In the business world, IBM.
Pass.
International Business Machines. A little stumbling. Also, 7 correct. So 70 points came your way. Look at those scores. It's now time to reveal today's bonus Brainbuster category. Our teams will place their wagers from 0 to 25 points on how well they think they know about state flags. So we'll have the bonus Brainbuster and, of course, the all-important Final Frenzy when WGA-L8 Brainbusters continues following this.
Watch all this season's episodes of WGAL8 Brainbusters anytime on WGAL.com. Our online home also includes our tournament schedule and a chance to learn more about the show and host Rich Rosen. Scan the QR code with your phone or go to WGAL.com and click on Brainbusters.
Well, hello, everybody. We are back in Studio B with a fantastic game between Cedar Crest and Middletown. But I do want to make a correction. I misspoke. Cedar Crest achieved a score of 80. 80 more points came their way because they had 8 correct. So the score is correct of 180 to 170. But right now, it's time for today's bonus Brainbuster. During our break, our teams wagered anywhere between 0 to 25 points based on their knowledge of state flags. Now, here's Michael Fuller in the News 8 newsroom with today's question. Michael.
Thanks, Rich. Now here's your bonus Brainbuster. Among all the U.S. states, only one boasts a flag with entirely distinct designs on each side. A covered wagon on its front and a beaver symbolizing its industrious nature on its back. Which state's unique banner is this? Again, among all the U.S. states, only one boasts a flag with entirely distinct designs on each side. A covered wagon on its front and a beaver symbolizing its industrious nature on its back. Which state's unique banner is this? Good luck with your answer. Now back to Studio B. Rich?
Thank you, Michael. Good luck, teams. We'll give you about 5 seconds. Okay, Yasu wrote his. We're going to wait for Nathan to close his pen. Okay, Nathan, we always start with this side of the set. So, did we stump our teams today? We're going to find out. Michigan, no, that is incorrect. So, but we're only going to deduct 15 points from your score. So that was a wise choice. Iasu, what about you? Did you come up with the correct answer? Oregon, you are absolutely correct. That is absolutely correct. It's the only state with 2 completely different sides, covered wagon and beaver. So I guess you get double the flag for the same price. So we're adding 15 points to your score. Okay, who's going to come back for round two? Well, there's only one way to find out. Here comes today's final frenzy. This time we have 20-point questions. George Washington was the first former general to become president of the United States. Who was the last former general to be elected president? Chris?
Eisenhower.
He's the one. It's the state you might be in if the economy were in the same state, too. What word describes a low point, both psychologically and financially? Iyasu?
Depression.
Depression is correct. If you're an impulse shopper, you may have too much of this chemical in your brain. If you have too little, you may have Parkinson's disease. Matthew?
Dopamine.
Dopamine, yes. His songs and ballads include The Highland Laddie, The Lovely Lass of Inverness, and Coming Through the Ride. Who was this Scots poet? Well, Robert Burns is the correct answer. Because he published first, Joseph Priestley is often credited with the discovery of this gas in 1774. Nathan?
Oxygen.
Oxygen's correct. The patricians were the aristocracy of ancient Rome. What name was given to the common people, the ordinary citizens of Rome? Nathan again. The plebeians, or the plebs, we would have accepted as well. His most famous essays include The American Scholar and Self-Reliance. Who was this transcendentalist and friend to Henry David Thoreau? Matthew?
Oh. No
Sorry. Any idea? Iyasu?
Ralph Waldo Emerson.
He's the one, yes. It's a parallelogram with unequal adjacent sides. Nathan?
Trapezoid.
No, not a trapezoid. What is this geometric shape? Derek.
Rectangle.
No, it's a rhomboid. In Dostoevsky's novel, they were Ivan Dmitri, Alexei, and Smerdyakov. Who were these sons of Fyodor Pavlovich? Matthew.
The brothers Karamazov.
Good for you, for 20 points. Christopher Columbus discovered this Caribbean island on Sunday, November 3rd, 1493. Iyasu.
Bahamas.
No, sorry, that's incorrect. So he named it the Latin word for Sunday. What country is it? Chris?
Dominican Republic.
No, sorry, that's incorrect. The answer is Dominica. Dominican Republic, of course, is it's on the island of Hispaniola. It may seem like a boring question, but what Danish scientist won the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1922 for his research into the structure of the atom? Nathan? Bohr, yes, is the correct answer. He expressed his theory of operant conditioning in Beyond Freedom and Dignity and Walden 2. Who was this behavioral psychologist? Nathan again.
Pavlov?
No, not he. No, sorry. Do you have any idea, Middletown? We stumped you on Skinner, B.F. Skinner. The annexation of Texas was a key issue in the 1844 presidential election. Which candidate favored annexation and won the election? Matthew.
Polk.
He's the one. It begins, I swear by Apollo the healer, Asclepius. What is this oath traditionally taken by doctors, Nathan?
Hippocratic Oath.
Correct, for 20 points. The Duchess of Alba caused a scandal in the 18th century Spain when she posed nude for the painting The Naked Maha. Who painted it? The answer is Francisco Goya. F. Scott Fitzgerald is credited with coining this two-word phrase to describe the roaring 1920s in America. What was this exciting age? Iyasu.
Roaring 20s.
No, not the roaring 20s. Sorry. Any idea? It was called the Jazz Age. The Boston Massacre took place in Boston in 1770. In what city did the Haymarket Massacre occur? At the Chris?
Chicago.
Chicago is the correct answer. He came to power in 1969 by deposing King Idris I. He was overthrown and killed in 2011. Who was this Libyan colonel? Iyasu.
Gaddafi.
Gaddafi is the correct answer. He made his debut in 1961 as Rodolfo in Puccini's La Boheme and repeated the role in Franco Zeffirelli's film of the opera. What hefty Italian tenor died in 2007? You might know the name of Luciano Pavarotti. He was Britain's prime minister longer than anyone else and anyone since, which means longer than anyone because he was the first prime minister. Who was he, Chris?
Walpole.
He's the one. Robert Walpole. He was prime minister from 1721 to 1742. Sigmund Freud divided the mind into id, ego, and superego. What student of Freud divided the mind into ego, shadow, persona, anima, and self? Well, here's that name again, Carl Jung. It's a familiar saying, the best laid schemes of mice and men gang af agle. What Scottish poet first offered this? And that was Robert Burns. Well, That sound takes us to the end of the round. What a fantastic game. Cedar Crest came alive in that final frenzy, so we're honored to say that they are going to be returning for round 2. But stay with us because WGA L8 Brainbusters will be right back after these messages. Wow, what a game we had here today on Brainbusters. Now Cedar Crest advances to round 2. Of course, congratulations and a big thank you to Middletown for being such a competitive team, for their dedication and sportsmanship. Now next time, we'll welcome Cocalico and Trinity. Until then, remember, open a book, open your mind, and let knowledge take you places you've never been. We'll see you next time. So long, everyone.